Hello and welcome everybody, my name is Juggernaut and this is Tank Defense Division. I'm going to give you my first impressions on it. So, the main menu screen here shows you pretty much exactly what this game is. It's a very cheap, well, fairly cheap, I believe it's something like 9 or 10 euros on Steam right now for this game. And I mean, you can see right there, you don't really need the rest of this video to figure out exactly what this game is. You play as one of these cute little tanks, and you fire your shells, which can bounce off walls, and the objective being, kill the other team, or the other coloured tanks. You can also use various equipment, stuff like that. I'm going to show you a little bit more in depth as to what what is in this game specifically, but from like the most basic point of view, this is a very much old style, like those old arcade games that some perhaps a little bit older than average viewers on YouTube have played when they were younger. Yeah, there we go. So let's get into this game. And we're going to start off with the campaign. Namely, you do have these, I believe these are your lives up here. So, you do get to equip different things as well. You see you have an inventory here. For example, right now I have the mines and the grenade, the basic shells. You do get to equip different stuff if you want to later down the line when you unlock it. I haven't unlocked anything just yet, so I'm unable to show you any of those upgrades. There we go, got them. Okay. Totally did that on purpose. I'm playing this on mouse and keyboard, I should mention. The movement feels, well, it's fine. There's nothing, wrong with it necessarily, but it's not ideal, shall we say. It feels a little bit awkward at times moving this thing around, and I think that, yes, they are keeping it to a very traditional style. However, I can't help the feeling that a upgrade would have helped, and making things a little bit more crisp, a little bit more clean, a little bit more precise would have helped the game out a little bit more. It just feels a little bit awkward, maybe just at the start, and I'm being a noob. But the game does have audio as well. Seems, I don't know, maybe a little bit stupid to point out something like this, but yes, it indeed does have audio. The reason I haven't turned on the audio right now in the game is because, okay, there we go, is simply because, excuse me, oh, I'm firing it from a different height, obviously, duh. For God's sake, 9 lives left, okay. Sorry, it is a little bit stressful and you do need to focus quite a lot, I'm sorry. Sort of zoned out there for a second. Yes, it does have audio, but it's incredibly loud, and even with the audio set to minimum, the explosions are still ridiculous, so I decided to turn it off for the purposes of this particular video. For Christ's sake, this is difficult. Do not get me wrong, this is a difficult game, especially if you haven't played something like this for ages, so there is a challenge for you, but I'm assuming, of course, the main attraction here is going to be the multiplayer for most people, as it basically, there is definitely a lot of appeal to playing this around with your friends and stuff like that. For crying out loud, I suck. I know. There is definitely quite a bit of appeal to that. However, I wouldn't count, personally, like, from a strictly pro-consumer's perspective, I would not count on a heavy multiplayer, or at least a heavy competitive multiplayer presence of this game for long. Shall we say it's new now? It's new now? No, it's new now, so it probably will have people playing it, but, like a week later, a month later, I'm not entirely confident just how many people you'll be seeing in multiplayer lobbies. However, if you can get, this to play with, I don't know, your friends, your family, something like that, that would be awesome. Did I not clear that despite, it clearly saying, yes, I did clear it, never mind. I died at the end, but I did clear it regardless. Okay. Blow that up. See, here's the problem. He's hiding in there, but he has perfect vision of everything. I don't. And if I were to go in there, I wouldn't also know where my tank is, which is a little bit awkward, but hey. Not too big of an issue. There we go. Took him out. And now, do I really want to go through the middle bit? I don't think I do, but... one there. One there. Get that through there. Excellent. Now go through the middle bit and see what we can do. Okay, this is going to be ineffective, but awesome. Actually, surprisingly effective. Oh, boy. Okay, got both of them there. Nice, nice. Surprisingly effective. I'm not actually connected to Steam right now because my internet has gone all haywire on me at the last possible moment of recording this. So, which is probably why my name is a little bit weird. And, I'm not going to be able to show you multiplayer just yet. Jesus Christ, nearly blew myself up. I'm controlling the shooting with the mouse, which is rather, well, it's very precise, obviously, as you'd expect, but, can also be a little bit finicky with, within regards, that was really stupid, within regards of actually controlling the, where the shots are going. It's not controlling left or right of where you're shooting, it's controlling the exact spot where you want them to hit, so, yeah, it's a very atypical game, you know, very unique in both its controls, its theme as well. We haven't had a game like this in ages. I'm about to lose the campaign, aren't I? That is dreadful. I am dreadfully bad at this. Forgive me, it is a first impressions video, and I've not played this for long, if it isn't obvious, but, beauty of it is, I suppose you don't really need to in order to get an understanding for what this is, and, whether you're going to like it or not. So, I'll try and get through this level and show you a little bit of the game outside of this. Try being the operable word here, and no guarantee that I will actually succeed in my mission. Also, it could be using these mines a lot more effectively. Move, 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 mate. That is dreadful. Killed him. Right, now it's time to get the other dude. Got him. Okay, now the two up there. Can I actually do what I think I want to do? Not really. Did not land that mine exactly how I wanted to, but it's fine. There we go. Cleared it. Thank Christ. I was going to show you one more level of this, and I'm also going to go into the level editor and show you that, because there is some fun to be had there as well. Enemy variety, I can't really talk about it, because, again, first impressions, I haven't went through the entire thing, so I can't tell you there's this many different, opponents that you will fight in the campaign mode, but there is variation. Thank God! There is variation, and it's important to keep the entire experience fresh, shall we say. Stuck there. Okay. Well, we failed the campaign miserably, so let me go over to the level creation screen and show you that. So, yes, you do get to build your own levels. You get to name them, and I get to... Let's give them a name. I can give you a really good name. There we go. Let's call what we call this. Let's call this, There we go. Lovely. So, let's see what we can do here. We can put down our own blocks as such. You can stack them up. There is a verticality element to it, though. It does get a little bit confusing, the entire verticality thing, but, I mean, hey. Also, the problem being, I don't quite understand, is you select these things here, and then you drop them. as like that. I don't quite understand why not just pick one thing from here, put it down, pick another one, put it down, rather than like making a stack like that every time I click this. For example, I click it twice and then I have to put 2 of these blocks down. I don't quite understand that, but I don't know. I don't really need to, I suppose. Do I? There's also you have to place tanks. So let's do that. These are spawns. There we go, and see if we can jump this. What do you say? Assuming you can also rotate this thing. I'm assuming that you can also rotate this thing. I'll just assume that you can rotate this. Oh, there it is. Rotation, pitch. And yaw. Okay, whatever. Let's just put it down an enemy tank like Oh! There you go. 5 variations of enemies. Put down a heavy one. And test the level out, I suppose. Jump! For some reason the mines did not spawn. I'm assuming I'm doing something horribly wrong. And these things are turrets. Of course those things are turrets, I wasn't even aware of that. I did kill the heavy though. Okay, well, there you go, that's pretty much been this game. Thank you very much for watching. Fallen Earth Federations, sorry. Tank Defense Division. Interesting game. Interesting in the time it's coming out. Not a lot of these out there, like these really old-fashioned arcade games, and I'm thinking that for sure there's a market out there for this. Would I personally recommend it? It depends on how big of a nostalgia you have for games like these. Personally, for me, it's not that great. I didn't play too many of this type of game back in the day, and I preferred some other things that were around at the time. So I can't really recommend this myself. Well, I can recommend it if you really like. I have a big nostalgia for these games and really like them, but from a personal perspective, I'm not too keen on it. There's nothing really that wrong with it, but more features would benefit the game definitively. For example, putting in some more enemy variety would be nice. Just more features, more stuff in it to make the gameplay a little bit more rich, and also the movement is. Again, it's just a personal thing, and maybe because I'm very new to it and I haven't played around with it a lot, it just feels a little bit awkward. It is the traditional movement system, but I feel like in the modern era we can give that a little bit of an overhaul and still keep the entire spirit of the game intact, but that's just my opinion. Objectively, as objectively as I can, this is a rather interesting game with some fairly basic but difficult to master mechanics, and if you really like this type of sort of old-style arcade games, then I can fully recommend it. If not, then this might not be the thing for you. There you go. That has been my sort of first impressions of this thing, and I hope I helped you out at least somewhat. I hope I helped the devs out as well by spreading word for their game, which is a thing I always like to do, it feels like it feels nice helping developers out, just by sort of giving some publicity to their game and sort of putting it out there. But until next time, thank you very, very much for watching. My name is Juggernaut. Please remember to like and subscribe down below if you enjoyed, and bye bye.